Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay, and this is Life with Lindsay. Today we have a post review for you, but if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I do mainly diamond painting and some other crafting-related content, and I would love if you would like, subscribe, hit the bell, hop aboard the Hot Mess Express. Let's all be friends. If you've been here before, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming back. First thing, if you guys hear it in the background, it is like very hot. If you don't know, I film in the third floor of my house. So I do have a box fan going to my left, and I have a desk fan going to my right, so you may hear that in the background. It is probably like 78 or more degrees up here, so I apologize for that. But if you are new to post reviews, or you're new to my post reviews, a post review is when I share all of my thoughts and opinions, the good, bad, the ugly, on a canvas that I have recently completed. And I share that all with you guys, and I try to be as honest and transparent as possible, because it does me no good to tell you guys something is amazing when I don't think it is, whether I am an affiliate for a company or not. I am not an affiliate for Diamond Artisan. This is Spring Afternoon by Elora Pautrat from Diamond Artisan, as I mentioned. I believe this was sent to me for a sneak peek. I have done quite a few sneak peeks, first looks for Brandy. I can't remember if I purchased this one or if this one was sent to me. If it was, it'll have the paid partnership. But just in case anyone is curious, I am not an affiliate. I don't make a single penny off of any of the videos that I make. I've never been asked to work on, complete, or post a post review for any of the canvases I've done. Anything that you see me working on is because I chose to and I wanted to. So let's get that out of the way. Keep in mind, things that are important to me may not be important to you, and vice versa. So anything that I go over, keep everything with a grain of salt. If you are somebody who has similar preferences to myself, then maybe it'll be more relevant to you. But just keep that in mind as I tell you. This is a 45.2 by 62 centimeter round drill canvas. This is available in both round and square. They are individually rendered, so it's not going to be the same size if you get a round or a square. Some companies do that, where they just kind of shove the rendering to fit both sizes. This is not. This is rendered in each size. This one has 52 colors. It has 4 ABs and 3 artisan shimmer drills, which those are your fairy dust drills or your mica powder drills. They're called lots of things throughout different companies, and they're absolutely fantastic. They're actually my favorite to work with because the shimmer is inside the drill and it's not a coating like an AB. But anyway, let's go over this. I want to let you guys know, Brandy, the owner of Diamond Artisan, sent me a message the other day. She's like, "Are you really almost done?" Indeed. I flew through this. If you are somebody who likes multi-placing, I completed this in 5 days over the span of 17 hours and 21 minutes, and that was all because of the color blocking. Excuse me. So let me show you guys the whole image here. So you can see the little cherry blossoms and the moon. There are a lot of strategically placed special drills in here. These are all shimmer drills. You can see the dark shade here is an AB. And then you have some in the sky. The sky is done in like a gradient. So this whole top part here, including the moon, they're all special drills. And then you go down, you can see the little petals falling off. And there's the kitty. I love how this came out. It's so cute. My daughter is going to love this one. I may try to put this one up in her room. If you guys have heard me chatter about it, I'm in the process of redoing her room. But then there are some of the special drills on the building itself. And then we go down and into the rocks on the rock wall. You also have more. You have some special drills here. Then you have a bunch over here. They were really beautiful and really well integrated into the kit. I will show you guys the drills here in a minute. I do want to say this particular canvas, I've done plenty of kits from Diamond Artisan. I'll probably sprinkle a couple post reviews throughout. And if you'd like to see the unboxing for this, I will leave that one up in the eye. But the glue did overlap a little bit on this particular canvas. But because it's summer and I'm not wearing like sweaters, not much has stuck to it. You could always use nail polish remover to remove some of the excess, or cover it with washi if that's something that bothers you. It was a little bit annoying, but not enough that made me want to cover it. Every once in a blue moon, you'll see me cover. If you see me lining a kit with washi, then you know. There's a lot of adhesive. Anyway, this kit is so beautiful. And I have a couple from this artist. I also have, I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I'll pop a picture up of it here. I think it's Dawn Temple. I was debating between that one and this one for when I worked on this. And I'm really glad I did this one. I will probably also still try to squeeze that one in because that also has a ton of color blocking. It's really pretty, like, summer colors. But I love how this came out. In terms of trash, let me show you guys what we got here. I want to say I am not an overly particular person when it comes to trash. I'm not somebody who's going to pick out all of the bad drills before I use them. This is what I had available to me. You can see a lot of these are like concave, so they're not flat on the bottom, or they have holes in them. There were a handful that like had the cosmetic flaws, and then just a couple that have like the extra blobs you can see there. But in terms of trash, this is all I had. So there was really very minimal trash, which is obviously fantastic. Let me show you guys the drills here. I did this in, these are Elizabeth Ward containers, not Elizabeth Ward, Harbor Freight containers, but they are in a different Harbor Freight container that can hold 52 containers. This was 52 colors, and I was like, please fit. They all fit, which was great. Let me show you guys the special drills here. So we have, I'm trying to grab AB, AB. So these four are ABs. So as I mentioned, you had the blue in the sky. That whole chunk of sky was this. But lots of these peach tones were ABs. And then you had these three in shimmer drills. These were so good to work with. And you can see each one of them still has a decent amount left. I'm not even putting them in order. Just putting them back in the tainer, as my daughter used to call it. There were two sets of drills that confused me a little bit. I'll show you the first one, which honestly, the second one I didn't realize until I had placed a ton. And I was like, oh, please tell me I placed the right one. These obviously are different enough in color that they're not that big of a deal. But you had these two here. You see that? Again, these were pretty dissimilar in color, so it wasn't a big deal. But the next one, let me grab you. And I want to say I had more than enough drills. I am somebody who is constantly freaking out that I'm going to run out of drills. I will say I started at the bottom. I always start, typically I should say, I start in the bottom right and then I move right to left. And then I work like a typewriter. I pull it down and then I move from left to right. That's typically how I work. If a drill field is super, super tight, and I realize that I'm not going to be able to fit them all on the drill field properly, after I've started in the corner, I kind of like work from the middle out to kind of make sure I can get as much as I can in. But a lot of these colors down here, once I started having not too many of them left in the container, I didn't have any concerns because these colors were not the same colors that were up there. But these two colors, you can see they're similar in color. The symbols are very similar. I had to do a double take a couple times. I was like, am I doing the right one? And it was only after I looked at the legend that I realized there were two different symbols. So if you are working on this canvas, please keep that in mind. It was not enough that it caused any issues. I didn't have to remove a single drill from the canvas, thank goodness. I've had to do that before. I've had to remove entire colors before. But you can see here the wide array of colors. There's tons and tons of colors. Let me open that back up so you can see a little bit better. And not a single color was like, ooh, I'm going to run out. She does use resin drills, so these are a nice quality drill as well. But overall, I really enjoyed this. This is not typically my type of diamond painting. I am much more about like the big-eyed girls. I loved the colors on this. Really beautiful choices of colors. And I'm really happy with how it came out. I loved the working on the building was really fun because it was a lot of line blocking. But really, if you're looking for a very heavy color blocking kit that will work up quickly, this is it. There's also a ton of special drills in the cat. Unfortunately, the glare of there you guys can probably see it. from my ring light is. But working on huge chunks of like the background color like this really allowed me to work up like entire rows in one day. As I mentioned, this took less than 17.5 hours to do, and it took 5 days to do it. I want to say, when I tell people how long I've worked on a kit, it's not because it's a competition. It's not because I'm trying to be boastful. I keep track of those things for myself. But do note that on average, I tend to work about 3.5 hours a day is usually my good happy medium. And when my kid's at school, depending on like what I have to get done, I can usually get a little bit more done during the day, but not as much done at night. But in general, I am keeping a timer so that I know, like, get up and move your body, stretch, go to the bathroom, drink some water, things like that. So it's never a competition. But I was shocked. I didn't have a single day that I worked more than 3.5 hours on this, which sometimes I will. I'll have a day where I'll work like, 4 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. But those are far and few between. But this was never like okay, just got to keep working. So I do want you to know this does work up very, very quickly. I don't know that I have much else to say. I really enjoyed this image. The excess glue was not my favorite, but the drills were nice. The special drills were beautiful. The rendering of this is really cute. I do like the little kitty and the pedal. And I know my daughter is really going to enjoy this. So hopefully I think I'll probably just do like a little poster frame and put this up on her wall. I have none of my diamond paintings hung up, so if that tells you anything, I just know she's going to love this. But I think that's all I have for you guys. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a cat emoji so that I know that you made it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. But otherwise, I'm going to get out of here. If you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like this or nothing like this at all, please make sure to give this video 2 thumbs up. 1 real life, 1 virtual. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come join the Sparkle Squad. And while you're there, hit that notification bell. I do not operate on any sort of schedule. I operate on toddler standard time, and I record when my tiny human is sleeping or sleeping. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys!